Hello, hello, hello. What is up, y'all? Didn't lose anybody. So, second or first, and I signed. Let's see. Some recruiting, getting these kids signed on up. These cats in. Mrville. Yeah, I know Oklahoma beat me this year. Let's go. Central. It's gonna be tough on the sale there, sir. Let's get all y'all caught up. Stanford. Shit. This is this season. Still got the top. Steve still people. Alright, let's play UCLA. See these overalls. They shouldn't really challenge me. It's a rivalry game, so.
Welcome everyone to Pasadena, California. California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. Little gets the blood boiling. Why like a rivalry game? Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with
2 losses in the Pac-12 evidently means you don't even deserve to be ranked.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Cal Bears offense takes the field to start this.
That was just last year.
And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it.
LA
but it's just
body.
football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing.
They may want to, but it all depends on what my defense decides to do.
Reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah.
Line
They got a beast on that side.
He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Miranda. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're done.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Bruins offense will try to get something going with their first possession. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses.
Oh my goodness.
Ogletree.
Ogletree.
This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
I know
Oh wow, I didn't realize Aikman was a UCLA guy.
There's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that...
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks.
And that sucked.
This offense try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Bacon.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust.
Come on! Really? The defender that's standing there isn't going to do about the ball bouncing up?
Moving quickly to the line.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed over the middle. It's Powell. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdown, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Fires to the big fella. Will not get there.
Not this time.
Yeah. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
Whatever.
Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking.
It was in his hands.
Right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back gets the give. The Golden Bears get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man.
Oh, my
they'll
6'5"
finally get
guy.
him down after a terrific pickup.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs the help.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his.
Got a lot of running room. The 30. Running inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third and goal coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's on.
Dang.
He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UCLA.
They'd allow
Those
touchdowns,
guys just
but it
score
is
from
what it is.
anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight
First
your way
time
out
in
and go
6
get the
quarters
touchdown.
UCLA
That's a
scored.
great drive by the offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll try the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Got a man. It's Wall. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That last completion sets them up on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Caught near the sideline. It's Suarez. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Ball's on the 16 and they make 6 on 2nd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Bruins will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's really close to that first down.
Give me goddamn ball back. Heck off my field.
And the
Referee in
Bruins
your home
decide
stadium.
to
This is my
punt it
field.
away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Start out the third quarter with like 75% of it.
They go to the draw. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
Is it all they want? We still getting in the zone.
Touchdown, Cal! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. UCLA will go back to work on offense.
Oh, no!
Open space at the 25. Ball's out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Splitbacks here. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet.
Where's the holding on that, ref? My guy should have had him, but his hand was tied up.
Racing to the line in the hurry up. Give to the running back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle. Tackled immediately after the catch. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game.
Come on! 2 dudes outright miss blocks, or tackles, not because they the controls on this thing drive me nuts.
Now the
As soon as I switch to a dude, he should automatically turn to the ball carrier and be ready to tackle him.
You got to
Like,
get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got
this is
more
just,
work to do, but step one
frustrating.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he was hit just...
Why would he just throw it down like that? That makes no damn sense.
The Golden Bears
He
send
will
out the
continue
punt
with the upward
unit. See if
motion
he can
of
help
the throw.
coverage team out with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This offense has a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Feeling some heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Snags it on the right. Touchdown, UCLA. And the comeback is on.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own. So you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know
Thank
what
you.
it is
Step
about
up.
momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the
That
other
long
side.
before
You
dude
gotta get
dived
back.
at me, but yet somehow didn't let go
Close on
until
that one
after.
as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. He now has 85 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know why my idiot running back continues to not run his route. His passes. These ain't that bad in here that you should be passes. Getting that done.
Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Rossi.
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
We don't miss many of them.
They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He makes a
I can't believe he got that.
And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed that.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing and all of a sudden.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense...
picked off. Takes it
Mr. Rossi for number 2. And this one will go for the touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He'll heave it deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
My God. Shouldn't even have been out on whatchamacallit based on the look in. Hey, bro. It's like you were a D lineman. Middle linebacker. Lorenzo Beard. All right. Chucked it a little too short.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They want that clock to run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead.
Really?
They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That pass
They got me.
incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, you could tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that, and you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Dang it!
And that is no good.
This is
No game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. On the field, ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but It's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hasn't been, like I said, last year was possibly the most dominant offense I had. It was on defense. QB had some. We like the 7 sacks and 3 turnovers. Hey, we got one more game to play. That's it. Should be looking at Heisman. I keep falling? Got one loss. I've beaten like 2 top 10 teams. Doesn't make any sense. They still got me in the number 2 slot here. Oh my goodness, this makes no sense. They can't make it make sense for some odd reason. Anyway. So that did. Shoot, I just did his too. Damn. See what awards my boys up for, and then I'm going to step off screen for a quick second. Shot. Right back. Let's rock and roll. Second. Shadaman, Chelsea.
Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So California's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Wide open downfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Cal! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah
Mr.
land.
Miranda.
You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Schweiger.
The Cougars offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turns it on.
Come on.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point is good.
Since they're on the road, noise prevents them from being able to know their job.
Set to kick it away again. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15.
Oh, because you're on the road, everybody becomes an idiot. Their awareness drops by like 900 because they don't know what they're doing. Because they're on the road and it's a bunch of noise. Like, I'm not denying the fact that this is distracting when you guys don't lose skills because they're
solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive.
Virginia, number 2 Virginia lost. Let's see if that raises me up at all.
Consistently, and I know it. I'm going to pin
Just
my
put a
ears
new
back,
person
and I'm
ahead.
going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Makes his connection. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And that incomplete pass caused
That would be
by
pass
the big
interference
hit
because
on
he
first
stood
down,
in his
second down
spot.
coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. It's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Steps away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Golden Bears! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming.
And it's a little close, a little too close.
Meet at the quarterback, boys.
Gotta be aware, right?
Take off at the line and meet at the quarterback. Let's go.
Close to their own end zone. Got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He makes the grab.
Dang.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Second down coming up. Off play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Golden Bears are on the move. Trying to power it in. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Now on the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They'll run.
There we go.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse.
Man.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That's going to wrap up.
I'll take that sack and walk away.
With the halftime update.
Flag on the play. What's up, Trace? Tracy 6'9". Hope you're doing well.
Our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole.
There's a flag on every play, especially in this game.
And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Ooh. Yeah. Not today, but probably next week. I think I'm gonna get back to playing Madden for a little bit on these streams. Used to do one game of each, but now I can't fit both of them on my hard drive, so swap them back and forth.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Maybe
NBA and WWE take up like 300 gigs.
Find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Gets away. Throwing right.
Oh, thank God he missed that, because I was about to say, you got to be kidding.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
It's probably more likely my boy Saint that's coming in than me. That's dropping into your streams. I'm very rarely on Twitch outside of streaming. So, but thank you for coming back and showing some love.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Yeah, life just sometimes catches up to you.
From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
There's a reason third down is called the money.
Cal. Always Cal, pretty much.
Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. First and goal.
I grew up in the Oakland, Palo Alto area, so I became a fan of Cal young, and it stuck with them a whole life.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to
catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo.
Nice, out in Dallas and in the Ozarks. Where is that at?
Quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a
Brother lived out
decision
there in
by
Dallas
the
for a while.
and it ends up being a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connor.
Out there in Bama, huh? Yeah. Or not Bama, Arkansas. They love them some Razorbacks.
Currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate
A
themselves.
homeboy of mine that's from that area.
Over Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Almost as bad as the Bama guys. Like, out in Bama, they love themselves some Bama.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw.
I remember I thought that like big time high school football was a like a Midwest thing, like a Texas, like Oklahoma, Arkansas South thing. Even out here, I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona. Even out there, they had some high school football stadiums that looked like junior college and college stadiums, if not pro stadiums. I was just like,
this offense
take this man serious.
Humming as they come to the line again. Running back searching for a hole. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
I switched to the Chiefs, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you there. Because, yeah, it's been a struggle with them. But my boys, I'm a 49ers fan. So, like, my boys ain't got too much room to talk. They've just had a lot more recent success as far as the playoffs. But in general, yeah. Couple homeboys of mine that are Cowboys fans. I don't talk shit to them right now. It's just like, feel your struggle.
He's looking to throw.
State Warriors fan, I'm right there.
They will score. Touchdown, Golden Bears. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying the
Chiefs. It beat us twice. So, two rough ones, too.
Extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a
They do, with an exception for when you start paying attention to like some of the smaller matchups and you start seeing people phase through other people, and it's like, but compared to the graphics when like 2014 when I used to play this game, yeah, they're significantly better.
Ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paul, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Left his ass wide open out there.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Cordless phones, cell phones, yeah. It's not the same as it was before. Tell you on that. 77, baby, so.
He's going to pass. Using his feet to buy time. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Nice. Tari, sweet.
Quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got some room headed to the goal line.
I had a 2600 Tari.
And the Cougars are threatening on first and goal. He's looking to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
2600, so I remember back in the day. Pitfall, yeah. I remember my dad got Pitfall, and you had to, like, it came with most of the game already done, but you had to go in and finish, like, the last, like, 13 or 20 lines of code in order to get the game to work. I was like, yeah, I missed that. Yeah.
And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
It ain't even that loud. You talking about, I can't hear.
To get this drive rolling, they're out to the 35. Now on first down after that completion.
I remember back when I first invested in my
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching
my
staff,
Xbox
where you
360.
really
I brought it home.
challenge your offensive
I
line
was playing it
to
at my
go
parents'
win the
house, and my
football
dad
game, right?
walked in
We've
on the
got to
football
lead
game.
late.
He's like,
We're
"You
gonna
watching a
run the
real
football.
game?"
The
I'm like,
defense and
"Oh,
everybody in the
pops."
stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
He's saying the same thing. He's like, these games getting too real for me.
And impose our will. That's what
Like,
this
trust me, if I
offense
wasn't
right now
holding a
is trying to
controller, I wouldn't know if I was looking at a real game or a fake or
You've come up big. You forced the third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
A little screen to the running back.
Peace.
At the 40, there he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Golden Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Trying to pound it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That one pushes his lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Here we go.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy.
There's a smell of disrespect
knows
from
for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
committee.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and use it.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're throwing for it on 4th down. What a snag by the
Rossi,
defense.
keep your streak going, son.
Room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cal. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick 6s? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick 6, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching these guys.
Really calling that a
just
okay.
compete as hard as you can. So good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Looking to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Washington State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start. They'll try to tack one more on the score.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches
They're gonna try to kick it
stride,
out.
turns on the Jets.
It's just stupid.
They're
Game at
definitely
42
up
seconds.
against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Come on!
Maybe just the turning point they needed. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds.
It's maybe coming back.
The question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gave
Boy, streak of 8 games without one isn't broken.
Wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. Going for 6.
Oh, they get the pick anyway.
And the offense makes the frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on second and he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
All right, y'all, I want to thank you for joining me for this wonderful day of football today. We'll be back mañana. Thank you to Tracy69 for, Tracy69, Triple X, thanks you for joining me, tapping in, giving some thoughts. Appreciate you. And we will see you mañana for some NBA action. Y'all have a blessed day. That'll do it for me.